Hey guys, welcome. This is 2018 Jeep Wrangler. In this video, I would like to show you how to remove and replace and also installation step by step. You can see the grille need to come out, two front headlight, radiator fan assembly, and air filter housing box and pipe transmission cooler. Now let's start with the grille first. So if you have a flat screwdriver or clip removal like this, just remove the clip on top of the grille out. So it's 6 a clip need to remove, and after remove, you can see the top one of the grille it loose, and now you pull it forward. There's a 6 clip down there, the bottom of the clip holding to the frame in the front. Yeah, so you pull a little bit harder, it start to pop out, and which one that's not came out, you need the pry bar or a long screwdriver, pry it and just pull very carefully, and it come out like that. Quite easy and simple. And now remove the cover on top of the radiator with 4 clips. When the cover coming out, now we can remove the air intake sensor, pull the wiring out to the side, and the clamp there 8mm and 8mm also for the air filter housing box, and 2 bolt there 10mm, and also this crankcase ventilation hose or pipe need to remove, and we remove the upper air filter housing out and the pipe. Now the lower half of the air filter housing is just 1 screw and clip at the bottom. We just need to pull it up. See, just a rubber one. It's very easy, and yeah. And now next step is going to remove the drain plug for the radiator at the left side lower corner, and need the drain pan to catch a coolant. Open the reservoir cap so the coolant will come out faster. While the coolant is draining, remove the wire connector for the radiator fan motor, and now remove the upper rat hose and the breather hose just beside that. And there's 1 screw for fan assembly on each side. So when the 2 screw out, it's just ready to the fan ready to come out, but the transmission lines kind of like blocking it. So now we need to remove the cover, 1 black and kind of like 1 white for inlet and outlet. So we remove that cover out. Now we can use a pick like this with a hook in the end. So we remove the clip to hold the transmission line in the transmission cooler. So this clip is very easy to get lost, so have to be careful, don't let it fly away and you will not find it again. Yeah, so be careful, don't drop it. And 1 clip coming out, pull the top one out and also the bottom, and after the lines coming out, we can remove the fan assembly. And now we're going to remove the headlight, both headlight. Each headlight is only 3 bolt 10mm, and the wiring that plug into the headlight is just 1 connector from the back. Just unclip and pull it out. Yeah, very easy and simple. So we need to pull the headlight out just to get in 2 screws from behind. 1 side that holding the transmission cooler to the radiator. You can see it's right there. And also 2 screws on each side that hold the condenser to the radiator, upper one, and also the condenser line that connect to the AC line right there. So we move both of that side one out, and now we remove the lower rat hose and remove the radiator holding bolt at the top, and you can see the radiator is
and when the radiator
like that, so it's easy to remove that screw.
Remove the transmission cooler, just one screw right there.
Transmission cooler to the radiator, and on this end it's just a slide in.
Clip, just a slide in. And now we remove the upper
bolt right there to
hold the
condenser to the radiator.
Condenser to the
upper one. So
radiator,
using
both
the 8mm speed
one
wrench.
screw on each side.
That's a lot easier to
two upper, two lower,
move it out.
And with the speed wrench,
in a tight space,
it's easy.
And remove one
and
screw
now we remove
to hold
the
transmission cooler to the radiator. Now we
cooler
slide
screw,
up the
one
other
screw,
end
and the transmission
out.
cooler is coming out.
And for the
condenser lower screw,
the condenser to the radiator,
I use a magnet socket,
magnet socket with the flex. And that's easy,
move
and
that screw out.
The bolt is
easy
not dropping
on both sides.
And also when we screw the bolt back, it's also easier. And
all
now
four screws out. Now we can separate the condenser
with the radiator,
from
and now
the
we
radiator,
can pull the radiator out.
Pull the radiator
but it cuts a little bit on
the left side.
The AC
it
line
cuts a little bit on
there. Just
the
AC
line.
Just wiggle a little bit.
So we have to be careful a little bit, but it's quite easy to pull it out.
And that's an old radiator.
Yeah, so this one,
there's a leak right there on
old
the seam.
Radiator, you can see it leaking by the seam right
here's
there.
Here's a new one.
And this is the new one.
On the new one here, before we put
put
into the vehicle,
install the new radiator back,
screw.
Make sure we
use this screw the condenser
screw into
to the radiator. That
the holes that hold the
two upper,
condenser,
two lower, and
the four screw.
Behind here is
in the front, and behind here the two screw,
one on each side. And from the side there's
the fan assembly,
cooler,
and one for the
transmission cooler, and transmission cooler to the
side
of the radiator.
For the
transmission
cooler and
thread
AC
inside.
condenser.
So the screw supposed to
and we screw it in because
we screw it in.
The hose is
so now
doesn't
we
have
need
thread in there yet, so we
and
have to make the thread by screwing it in
outside like
so that's
this.
why we screw it in outside
to make it
where the screw go
the thread into this plastic.
And so when go in and out a couple of times to make sure
install and a tight space, easy
the thread inside
to
the
plastic screw in.
Yeah. So that way we can screw it in when the radiator is already in the tight space. It's easy.
Radiator in and line up the condenser. Now we're going to screw back in. We already cut the thread. That's a lot easier. Two bottom one is in and the two upper one with the speed wrench. And now transmission cooler slide in one end, and on this end just put the screw in. And now we put the radiator support bolt at the top, one on each side, and also now put this transmission cooler line clip in to the transmission cooler, because we need to put the clip in and we slide the line in. It's a lot easier than put the line in and put the clip after. And the two screw to screw the short one that screw into the transmission cooler, and the long one for the condenser line. And two headlight put it back in after. And also after that is a lower rat hose and the fan, because the lower rat hose easier put before the fan. And now we screw the two screws that hold the fan to the radiator, plug in the fan motor wiring connector, and now put the transmission cooler line in. Just push it in and you can see and hear when it clip. and put the clip cover back on and make sure the shoe line that sit in the grooves of the fan assembly housing there, and you can try to pull it out. Just make sure it's not pop out. And after that, next is upper rat hose and the breather hose, and a lower half of the air filter housing with one bolt 10mm, and apply a little bit of grease for the clip to go down. Now the upper air filter housing going back in, or the line, the sensor plug in. Now put back the upper rat cover with 4 screws, and now the grill go back in. Just push the 6 clip at the bottom in. It should be very easy, and line up the top plastic clip as well. 6 clip going back in, and now ready to put the coolant into the cooling system. So I use the vacuum refill tool. This one uses a sharp air to suck out all the air out of the cooling system, so with no air left inside the cooling system. So the needle that going down, so that means create a vacuum inside the cooling system to the green section there, and holding for a few minutes. So that means the system has no leak. And now we suck the coolant into the system. That way we don't have to run and bleed the air out of the cooling system, because there's no air left in the system. As you can see, this vacuum caused that hole to collapse, and now coolant been sucked in by the vacuum inside the system. Yeah, that's one way to fill the cooling system faster and have no air. I know this Jeep has a self-bleed, but still, after the coolant been put into the cooling system just a little bit above the maximum, that should be perfect, and it's good to go. So we don't have to run for some time to bleed the air. So that's it for this video. I hope this video helped. So if it's helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Thanks again for watching.